Hi guys, my name is Trinity, and if you're here to see a book haul. I have a small book haul, and I wanted to go ahead and get this out of the way in case my book haul gets too big for September, because I have quite a few that I've purchased since my last book haul. And first up, we have the book that I am dying to read because it has been compared to Name of the Wind, and you probably already know what it is. The First Binding by R.R. Veerdy. This is a chunky boy. Chunky boy. But yes, I picked this up because it has been compared to Name of the Wind, and I absolutely loved The Name of the Wind. And so, yeah, that's why I picked this up. Next, I went to the buy-sell trade and picked up 2 books. I have 5 from the buy-sell trade here, but they're top of the stack and bottom of the stack. But I'll let you know what they are when I get there. Nosferatu. I've been meaning to read this with my friend Andrew, and I hadn't had a physical copy of it, so I went ahead and picked it up. This is horror. It's centered around Christmas and kids going missing, and that's all I know. But it's Joe Hill, and I really like Joe Hill, so I wanted to read it. Next at the buy-sell trade, I came across this, and it says action-packed, thrilling fantasy with surprises around every corner and behind every door. This, I don't know what to expect, but it says 20-something bartender Jason Bishop's world is shattered when his estranged father apparently commits suicide, but the greater shock comes when he learns his father was a secret agent in the employ of the Invisible Hand, an ancient society of spies wielding magic in a centuries-spanning war. So I thought that was really cool, but also someone has tabbed this, and there's a letter from the author inside it. So, like, I don't even know, like, where this came from. But, yeah, there's a letter from the author inside. It's tabbed, and there are notes on the tabs. So, I thought it was really cool. And the premise sounded really good. So, Magician's Impossible, Brad Abraham. Never heard of this book. But finding something that was tabbed like this, I couldn't pass it up because I thought that was just fun to own. And then the letter from the author inside of it was pretty cool too. So, all right, next we have The Measure by Nikki Ehrlich. I have been looking forward to this ever since I heard the synopsis. But it says 8 ordinary people, 1 extraordinary choice. It seems like any other day. You wake up, pour a cup of coffee, head out. But today, when you open your front door, waiting for you is a small wooden box. This box holds your fate, the exact number of years you will live. From suburban doorsteps to desert tents, every person on every continent receives the same box. In an instant, the world is thrust into a collective frenzy. Where did these boxes come from? What do they mean? Is there truth to what they promise? So I thought that sounded really, really cool. I love this cover too. I thought the book was beautiful. But this has come up for me in recommendations across the board. So I'm very excited to see what this book is, to get into it and read it and give you guys my thoughts on it. Next, we have The Retreat by Sarah Pierce. I read The Sanatorium by her last year. Really enjoyed it, so I figured why not pick up her next book. And this one says, deliciously paced with rich world building, The Retreat teams with questionable motives, unspoken frustrations, and hair-raising cliffhangers. And this was from Sarah Penner, The Lost Apothecary. Absolutely could not put the book down. And that's what I know. And you guys probably already know this, but I don't like knowing much about my mystery thrillers before I get into them. But that right there was enough for me to be like, okay. Plus, I really liked the last book I read from her. So again, this was an author by the next Sylvia Moreno Garcia, the daughter of Dr. Moreau. I've liked Sylvia Moreno in the past. Sylvia Moreno Garcia, I love Mexican Gothic. I read Certain Dark Things, and I loved that. I've had good luck with Sylvia Moreno Garcia, so I'm really looking forward to this one. Okay, the rest of these are from the buy-sell trade. Wicked as They Come by Delilah S. Dawson. So I was looking for a romance. This is like steampunk vampires. And so I was like, okay, Yes, let's do that. This is the third book of the Seraphim series by David Dalglish. As you guys know, I owned the first two, so I was like, okay, I found the third one, let's go ahead and get it. And I have a problem with owning David Dalglish books and not reading them, but you know, now I have the whole trilogy, so I have no excuse. And A Radical Act of Free Magic by H.G. Perry. I own the first book, haven't read it yet, but I wanted to read it, and I've heard nothing but great things about the second book, so I'm hoping that I can get to this series very soon. It's one of the series I said I was going to read this year, so I have some time, but very much looking forward to this one. And then A Horror by T. Kingfisher, The Twisted Ones. I've heard this book is absolutely fantastic. Anybody that I've talked to recommends The Twisted Ones to me. Like, everybody who knows that I like horror has recommended this book to me. So very much looking forward to this one. I didn't give a whole lot of synopses because I feel like these books are fairly popular, but I'm looking forward to all of these books. And I don't know when I'll get to them. I'm working on quite a few things towards the end of the year, but I am hoping that some of these I get to this year. All right, that's it for me today. Like, subscribe, do all the fun things, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!